Okay, welcome back to another episode of Windermere Fantasy Online, where a bunch of people who thought they were trapped in an MMO realize they're now weird futuristic computer programs, multi-trillion, quadrillion, whatever years in the future after the heat death of the universe, and are trying to restore something back to the system, order maybe of some kind. At least that's what they think at the moment. Who knows? Maybe there's more curveballs. Maybe I'm fucking with them. We'll find out. Anywho, they realized that they needed to almost a race against time at this point because Marco, the big bad guy, the red angel thing, the red thing that they're dealing with, is racing towards the only access node to try and boost his power to deal with these yahoos that have stolen some of his power and such. And they need to get there first. So, as a sort of race against time, you guys have beelined it directly to the Caverns of Darkness, where you are attempting to traverse through this like pre-made like video game dungeon type thing in order to try and root around and find the access node. Because if you find the access node, then you can spark your own access key in the shape of the extraordinarily like badly coded Bug the dog, who is always glitching out and everything like that with that. Last time you did a couple of things. You dealt with a big old dragon encounter, which was super cool. I was kind of hoping that was one of the ones you would roll, where it was like a big sort of an action sequence as well as a fight with like a big boss fight type of thing, where you tried to beeline it through with the canoe thing through all the like the lava terrain and everything like that, thanks to the fact that your canoe can kind of fly. And some of you can actually like fly, or in the case of KFG, it's more like a step thing, leaving like glowing footprints type thing. And unfortunately, KFG kind of got a little snapped up with the dragon. So you guys did have to sort of stay and deal with the situation. But you guys like downed like a full on like epic tier dragon. So that was kind of a big deal. It was a big thing. And you also did, let's go back to the hex maps here. Yeah, you did. What you did, like another little combat encounter. You found some stuff. Yeah, you've really only just kind of like started into here. I can actually cross this out. You're not that deep into it yet, all things considering. We'll see how long it takes you to get through this bit. But you are still in the middle of the Caverns of Darkness. I think the dragon thing was the last thing we did last week, wasn't it? I think so.
You are correct.
All right.
It was like we ended on escaping with the dragon, escaping from the dragon.
Are you guys going to be wanting to venture on immediately, or is this the type of thing where you're going to take a little bit of a breather for a second, chill? I'm not sure who's used any sort of recovery rolls or anything like this so far.
I'm good. Yeah, guys, turning into a badger monster kind of took a bit out of me.
Yeah, I definitely need some rest as well.
That's the second time a dragon's almost eaten you, KFG.
You know, just something about dragons. They love me, I guess.
Can I look around the area for a cipher?
Yeah, you want to root around for like a manifest cipher or whatever?
Yeah.
You got it, Pontiac. Sure. Go ahead and roll. It'd be an intellect task.
There's no random way to find subtle ciphers other than using my abilities, right?
Not in this particular setup, no.
Okay.
It depends on the type of setup we're running in Cypher. In this case, no. You can spend an experience point technically to try and discover subtle ciphers. I'll do
that then.
You want to do that?
I'll burn an experience to find some subtle ciphers.
All right. All right. It's going to be a random amount, but yeah, we can do that. Sure.
Okay. I need one, but if there's better ones in that pile, I can swap them
I'm
out.
going to be nice. I'm going to give you more than one here. There we go. You got 2. Not great, but not too bad.
Oh my God. Ked rolled a die.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, whenever I roll the
What's going
ciphers, I
on,
have to.
Cipher?
Whenever I roll the ciphers, I have to. Okay. All right. What do you got here? So you got. Oh, which ones? What are you getting rid of here?
I'm gonna get rid of instant costume change.
Okay. And I'm going to give you. Well, you got balanced and casual danger dialogue.
Cool.
I don't even know what they do. Balanced. For the next day, you're trained in speed defense. Oh, okay. That ain't bad. What level did you get on that one? 6.
6.
That's 5 or higher. You cannot be stunned or knocked prone during this time. Well, shit. That one's not bad.
How long does that last for? For the next day?
It says for the next day.
I'm gonna immediately cast it on KFG.
Okay.
Thank
yeah,
you.
because you can do that, you son of a bitch.
Amazing.
Oh wait, it's trained in speed defense?
Trained, yeah.
I'm trained in speed defense already.
Yeah, but you also can't be stunned or knocked prone for the rest of the day.
True.
I think it's the other status effects he's worried about.
That's
And then
fair, yeah.
The other one you got was casual danger dialogue. All allies in a short radius who can hear you gain a free asset to their next action. So cool. That one could be useful. Okay. So you guys sort of chill for a while. Go ahead and roll. Like how long are you chilling for? Like a 10-minute, a tenner?
Yeah.
Go ahead and
Sure.
roll any
10 minutes?
recovery rolls you want to or whatever.
Yeah.
If we're hanging out for 10 minutes, Emmett being a little shook up from this whole dragon thing is just going to be like, you have to be careful, KFG. Like the nomadic tribes in the Amazon rainforest that would use 100-foot long canoes as like whole encampments. Like they live kind of like a motorhome, like an RV. And then they'd spend their time in different seasons, and they'd be really careful when they're going up and down the rivers because of all the crazy shit that inhabits the Amazon rainforest rivers. And I'm going to use strategize.
Strategize. Oh, is that a new one?
Strategize. It is. It's telling me to roll, but I'll roll. Difficulty 3. But
Strategize.
it gives everybody a free level of effort, I think.
Okay.
I'm looking at the wrong character. I'm like, I don't see no fucking strategize. I'm looking at Gluckster. Gluckster ain't got that shit. It is an action to initiate 10 minutes to complete. Even if they plan 10 minutes going over the action plan, all you gain 1 free level of effort that can be applied to one task you attempt during the execution of that plan within the next 24 hours. In this particular case, you're fine. You don't have to worry about it. You're good. I mean, it's still there was still the 6 intellect points, but yeah.
Yeah, I pay, but for me it's 2 because I have 4 edge on my intellect.
That is correct. So everyone's going to get a free level of effort. So what is the plan? What are you talking about? What is the
plan would be beating Marco's ass, really. Like, we have to be careful, really careful when we approach this man, because if he's here, if he's powerful, he could be scary, he could kill us. We don't know.
For the people I buffed last session, did you write down the buffs I gave you? Because I can't remember which ones would still be in effect and which ones wouldn't.
Mine only lasted an hour.
Okay.
So we determined mine was out of effect already. Yeah.
But I did one on Emmett that lasted longer, yes? I can't remember. I just remember I gave buffs last week.
I can't remember. You gave one to me as well. I can't remember if it was a longer one or...
Yeah. Yeah, if you guys didn't note it down, there's not really much we can do about it. But
I can't help you. I'm just the GM.
Yeah.
Not my job.
I'm trying to remember what it was. God, but
Yeah, they're wasted at this point. Then
It's gone. It's gone. We've come too far. It's okay. It's not like you guys aren't beefy enough. We'll see.
Tragic.
Yeah, I gotta admit, the dragon had you on your toes for a second. That was not a small amount of damage. Not
Yeah, I'm pretty sure mine was like speed defense, but I can't exactly remember, and I don't have it written down.
Yeah.
So is that one effort, one time, or like is that effort?
It's one effort, one time, one free level of effort, one time when we're executing the plan of beating Marco's ass.
Gotcha,
So yeah,
gotcha.
during the boss fight, like the first
Yeah.
time you use effort, you get an extra one that you don't have to pay for.
Yeah.
I'll go over like a little battle plan too. I'm like, okay, like Royale, I think that you're like big and scary. You run right up to him and you just like elbow him in the side of the head. Billy, you come up and like you pull him to the ground, and KFG, you just kick him a bunch of times. You know.
Jamie's writing notes, and all it just says is beat Marco's ass, and the rest is just doodles.
Doodles of Jamie and the crew beating everybody Marco's ass.
Yeah, just jumping up.
He's writing down, like he's drawing what Emmett's trying to explain.
KFG, I need healing if you can provide it, please.
Sure, man, I got you. Yeah, anybody need a little bit of the healing touch? I got you.
Jamie will be doing like jogging in place. He's like, I'm ready to scrap. He's like, I'm good.
So 4 and 1.
Yeah.
I'll put that into might.
That's 1.
Okay, I'll put that into intellect. If you can manage one more. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, he got it.
6 and 1.
I want another 6.
Beautiful. Yeah, I'll dump that into my might. Okay, that's full. And then I will drink a... where is it? I will drink a potion of mana.
Okay. Get some intellect.
Yes, to refill the rest of my intellect. And it's a level 3, so that'll fill it right to the top.
Nice.
Tip it up. You got it.
Anybody else need a little healing? Just me? Okay.
Yeah, I just had to think a little bit. Do you still need healing?
No, I
I got a little bit of healing.
Thanks, KFG.
I got an intrusion on trying to heal myself.
Oh,
And I don't have any XP, so that's cool.
that's fun. Okay. All right.
Oh, I'm muted. That's why you didn't hear me.
Oh,
Which you will.
that's never happened before.
No.
So
Just call me,
GM intrusion on healing thyself. Okay. We're just gonna say your water key ability. It's you feel like you've overstretched yourself. You try to use it, and you feel like you've pulled that like mystical muscle, and it's kind of on a extended cooldown at this point.
I got you. Yeah. The more times you use it, there's like a chance for it to just burn out for a bit, and KFG just hit that number.
Yeah.
I'll
So
feel
it's
you.
gonna be down. It's gonna be down until you guys have like at least like completed at least like one like combat encounter or something like that.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
So no more healing for next little while.
I got some healing items if anybody still needs some. Looks like I used the last of my healing up.
Well, I don't
Like a
need it
potion
that
or
bad.
something? You sure? Billy?
No,
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right. I feel like the cooldown will be up soon anyway, so I'll get you next time.
And with that, you've passed yourselves up, had a bit of a breather, all those good things. I'm assuming you are then, knowing time is of the essence, pushing on further into the caverns of darkness. Yes.
onwards.
Onwards and downwards.
Let's go.
KFG, I'm going to give you to give me the next hex roll, please.
Is that 2d6?
2d6. Two
All right.
different directions. We got a 6 and a 3. 6 and a 3. So like the audience can see where we're going. So that's just brings you back to where you were. Why don't you give me another one? You leave and realize you circled around and you're like, wow, it's getting hot again.
He's like, man, I'm not good at exploring dungeons. I'm just good at killing mobs.
All right. There we go.
Maybe if you held that torch a little better, you get a little better light and see where you're going.
I don't need light. I just need like 3 feet of vision to punch whatever's within punching distance.
Can I get a D10 from you, KFG?
Absolutely.
Oh no.
Can I get another D10 from you, please?
This is a lot of dice. Now I'm a little concerned.
The first one was what the creatures will be. The second one was how many there are.
Yeah, right? The first one was how strong they are, and the second is how many.
Okay. All right. Yeah, give me one moment here. We're gonna have some fun. That is wrong.
Like last time, fellas. Once we see Marco, we just jump on him.
Just like we planned.
Exactly.
Last time he didn't even get to move. We got him so bad.
What was that move that you said you wanted to do on him? A suplex?
Oh yeah. Have him suplex him, slam him around a little bit.
That's the one where you like pick them up and you like do like a, what do you call it, right?
Yep, right on his noggin.
Nice.
There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, there we go. Give me 1 second here.
Grab a drink quick.
4 times 4. Yeah, okay. Big groups. Oops. Okay, as soon as he is back, we will get into this.
That's why I keep all my drinks right behind me.
Yeah, I get myself prepped for drinks.
Always got that Sunny D on me. No.
Sunny D.
I've got a bare minimum of 3 cases of bubbly behind me at all times.
Oh, Jesus.
I've never tried it.
Really like your bubbly, your buble.
Yeah, my bubbly. Raspberry and cherry are my jam. I like orange sometimes. The blackberry is okay. Fucking the peach and the watermelon are booty. And the strawberry.
Watermelon's like the best flavor of anything.
I was say peach is usually good too.
That sucks.
Like the peach.
Try it out.
The peach isn't that bad, but like it gets old after a while. Whereas like the raspberry, I could just drink case after case and just be bubbly. All I'm trying to say is fucking sponsor me, okay? If Michael Bublé is good enough, I've got a nice voice. I could be your face, okay?
Oops.
Just saying.
Okay, let's say you guys are like there.
We get split up?
Well, I mean,
No.
it's going to be. Remember, this is all in one area. It's just if there's distance between you, more than 3 meters, which isn't a lot when you think about it.
What crazy DM splits the party?
No, that's nuts.
It's crazy talk.
Right? Mister, I'm going to split the party into 3 and I'll have them almost all die.
Okay, there we go. I think we're set. All right.
I mean,
let's have some fun.
I didn't make those choices. You guys did. None of you strategized at all. You were just like, we're going to go with the usual suspects and see what happens. It was a terrible idea.
So you guys, you go through a different section of the dungeon. It is, once again, you have, the deeper you've gone into this caverns of darkness, the less refined and shaped the hallways have been. The more like rough hewn stone and almost like naturalistic caverns and caves you seem to be actually heading down into. And you reach this one area where it's just this like maze of very narrow tunnels in various directions, enough that you kind of had to you had to spread a little bit front to back just because of like how narrow it was and everything without getting like lost in side tunnels. And as you're going down there, who had the light sources again? Easy way for me to find
I had a torch because I can use a torch and still fight.
Yeah, I had made a torch.
I was not holding one, but I was near Platt the whole time.
Keep you sticking at the front with Tank you, standing like right behind him with the torch.
I stick pretty close to KFG, but I'm also seeing like fucking Eldritch Horrors and shit, so I'm probably not paying the most attention.
Yeah, that's true. You read the book.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys can still see, right? It's just like there's like lighting effects now.
It's it's a little dark.
Okay, all right, good. Okay, so with that, you're going through, and there's like a bit of a dripping sound in the background, and without even making a roll or anything, you can hear skittering coming from these like little side tunnels, just like, and every once in a while you hear a squeak, 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 squeak. In what is unmistakably, because you fought them before, rats of some kind. And you fought groups of rats. You remember they weren't the most difficult, so it's probably not that big of a deal. When you guys find yourselves suddenly waylaid by a bunch of rats. Pew.
Hello.
Each one of these tokens represents a group of 16 giant rats.
Giant rats.
Am I though?
As rats begin to pour in from everywhere, every nook and cranny. And when I say giant rats, I mean they're like the size of a cat, right? Like they're not like big, but for a rat, they're
Not
giant.
the size of a horse, but very big still. Yeah, I got you.
And there's a ton of them, and they're pouring in from all sorts of directions. And that is, I'm going to need an initiative from everybody, please.
Yeah.
Because we're going straight into a combat.
It's initiative, Buddha, not intimidation.
I actually almost rolled intimidation.
Look, maybe you could scare the rats away. There's a lot of them, but you're a big scary guy in the SpongeBob armor. Sponge the pants.
Sponge the pants.
Sponge the pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys roll pretty good.
Royale's just gonna look to the side to KFG and be like, lowest kill count cooks dinner.
All right, you're on.
All right.
Okay, let's zoom in here a little bit so we can see. Thank you very much. You are the first to react. You did very well, actually, but you have a bit of a bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to threaten.
Foes
these
within
things.
immediate distance hesitate, which hinders their next action. Ooh, you can do this once, although it's renewed each time you make a recovery roll. Awesome. Awesome sauce.
So those 3 batches in the middle there.
And you beat difficulty 3?
I don't know if I have to roll it.
Yes,
It doesn't-
it's an action. It's an action, and
Oh.
it's against something. So there's going to be an opposed thing. Now you weren't sure if you had to roll or not. Like, would you want to apply effort? I'll let you re-roll. That'll be nice.
I don't think I would have really.
And you know,
Hold on.
like, although individually these rats were not tough, being so many of them, you think that it's going to make this tougher.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't use anything.
Okay, all right. In that case, the rats, although some of them kind of like scurry around and stuff, the fact that they're in such large groups, it kind of bolsters them. Like they don't seem to be as phased just because there's so many and they feel confident with each other around.
I don't have too many imp points to spare, so
Yeah, go ahead and pass it when you're ready. KFG, you rolled this encounter. This is what you wanted.
That's
what
true.
are you
I
doing?
always roll combat encounters. Well, I didn't call out my buffs, so that's unfortunate. But that's okay. I guess I'll use a cipher then. How do I post it to the chat again?
Click.
There we go.
Oh, detonation! Explodes in
I
an
would like to
immediate
explode
radius.
the rats.
Where are you throwing this? Or where are you throwing this? Or like
Oh, I
setting?
can throw it?
Well, unless you want to hit like your friends, because it's an immediate radius. So like if you throw it at your feet, you're hitting like everything in that circle.
I thought it just like was on me kind of thing. Okay, if I can throw it, then I'm gonna throw it into the tile with the 2 rats below me, I guess.
Yeah,
Down there.
The detonation ones. It's weird that they don't say it in the specific one. Like the other detonation, the stock detonation one that feeds this says that you can like do it up to a short range or whatever.
Okay.
Because it's an immediate, like it's basically a grenade.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
So you're doing it there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where I'll hit the most things that aren't homies.
Awesome. So because it's opposed against them, I do still need a roll of some kind. In this case, it would be a speed task.
All right. Let me just double check that I don't have anything
And
that
if
will assist me.
I'd count them as light weapons, so you'd be practiced. You don't have to worry about like inability or anything.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to use my Storm Key style because it's an enabler. It gives me for a minute I get an asset on all my attacks and speed defenses.
Yeah, enabler doesn't take an action. That's the beauty of it.
Right? Thank God I have that. Okay, so it looks like I'm just getting a +1 on the roll, so I'll just roll like a speed with an asset then.
Okay.
And there we go. Oh no.
Oh, that is not good though.
Yeah.
It blows. Now, thankfully, it's in an area, which means that some of the damage is still going to bleed through, even if they make it. But it's not a lot.
She's not great with throwing weapons, apparently.
You think it was kind of hard because once again, it's like swarms of creatures, right? Like you're not throwing it against individual creatures. Each one of these tokens is like 16 rats. So you just threw it against like 32 rats, which should have worked really well. Actually, I will say it probably did a little extra damage because it's groups, but they scatter and then sort of reform again. And it's kind of hard to get that individual hit on.
Right. Yeah, if he's just like mad the grenade didn't do that well, he's like, God damn it. I'm gonna start punching these things.
All right. Emmett.
Oh, it's me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a little surrounded by these rats. Yeah, we'll see, but I'm just gonna be... Yeah, and the weird thing about having canoes in the Amazon River is that one of your main enemies is rats. So the main thing to fight a rat is you gotta go for its whiskers and its throat. So, be like the native tribes of the Amazon and fuck these rats up. And I'm gonna use enthrall. Or sorry, I'm gonna use encouragement.
Holy shit, Billy, your dad said fuck.
I was about to say, watch your language there, Dad. Jeez. Tell me to watch my language. You've been swearing up a storm lately.
Yeah, well, circumstances. And I'm old enough, Billy. Again, weird statement.
It's not like drinking. I mean... Oh, wait, I could do that now, too.
All right, this group of rats is coming in here. They're not terribly fast, actually. They can only move and then nothing else. So you got a group of rats coming in on Gluckster, just sort of like starting to like swarm around like Gluckster's feet and stuff like that. These like cat-sized rats. And then these guys are starting to move in this way. You know what? These guys are gonna like start swarming around where Emmett is. These ones are actually going to attack Bruno.
All right, Bruno's going to dodge.
Dodge like Piccolo told you to.
Dodge!
Dodge.
He's got one asset.
Yeah, they're just kind of like swarming up, and Bruno's not like a big creature either, so like he's having to like bat them down. Like, oh god, oh minor effect. That's nice. All right. Can you think of any minor effect yourself?
I not off the top of my head, no.
Okay, I'm going to say that he managed to dodge, but it's such a way that he throws them a bit off balance and whatnot. And since you guys, it's all about teamwork with you, I'm going to give you an asset on your next roll because Bruno's managed to like sort of guide them towards you.
Okay.
On like any one of these, like anything as long as you're within this area.
Okay, I like that.
Which intuitive giant rat group, which one would it go after? I'm going to roll a high-low because I get to roll a die that way. So 1, 2, Bruno, 3, 4. Actually, there's 3 of you. I'm going to do a D3. They would be going after KFG.
All right. KFG is going to roll a speed defense then.
Okay.
Oh, and I have all my speed defense buffs up because I only have one buff and it happens to be my enabler, yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you fly through it. Not a problem. Not a problem.
Perfect.
These rats start to like focus on you and you're like, oh, hell no. It's like dancing around them and kicking them back and stuff like this. These rats, I'd say they go in and swarm with their buddies. Sure. These ones are coming in this way, slowly encroaching. Just these rats coming in from all directions. Escapist giant rat. These ones are going to start swarming towards Royale. And this last group's just coming in this direction. Oh, not last group, another group. Oh, hey, KFG, you got another group trying to swarm in on you. You've got like a shit ton of rats all around you right now.
I'll try and block that one for him.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you're going to do the draw the attack?
Yeah.
All right. So let's do the thing. Oops. Yeah, that was I haven't done it in a while. Remind myself. Intellect has to draw them, that's right. So go ahead and do an intellect task. I will let you know they are fairly easy. Not that easy.
Not that easy.
Not that easy.
Hey, over here. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately that did not work. Like I was gonna give it to you on a super low number, but not that
I should have
much.
used my intimidation. Damn.
Ah, well.
That would have given me +2.
All right. Well, he still succeeds anyways. These rats are like there's so many rats are like piling over each other, and somehow KFG like how are you defending against this? Like you got all these swarms of rats around you. There's like 3 swarms of like a bunch of 16 rats.
It's like a tidal wave of rats, and they're like all on the floor. And KFG just like he like jumps into the air and just starts like levitating. He like pulls some like monk like fucking like meditating pose, and he just like floats in the air, and none of them can get him. They're like trying to jump and like scratch and stuff, and they're like just under his ass as he's like sitting there meditating.
I like it. All right, Gluckster, you've got a group of rats on you. They are slightly injured from a bit of an explosion, but not horribly so.
Like, man, these asshole rats. Does using a subtle cipher cost an action?
Usually, unless it says otherwise. If it's a booster or something like that, then usually it's an enabler because it boosts another action. But most ciphers tend to be their own actions.
It's the one called Everybody Was Kung Fu Fighting. It says subtle.
I think that one. Everyone.
I'm trying to click it, but it's not letting me use it.
There we go. It is. Yeah, that one would be an action.
Alt click.
Yeah, that just shows it in the chat. If you alt click the thing, like there's no actual use button for ciphers.
Alt click is not working. I can't use it though.
Oh,
but yeah, I'll do that. Like
I don't know.
it'd just be a +2 damage on unarmed attacks.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to be pumping up unarmed attacks. So unarmed attacks are going to be doing +2 damage. It says you're going to be able to punch with extra damage now, and you're specialized in any sort of acrobatics type skills. Level 10.
You just be getting mad like these damn rats, and then it'll be his turn.
All right. You're getting ready to punch things. Coolio. Let's do it. Royale with cheese. There's rats everywhere.
Royale with cheese is going to float up into the air, short distance.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
And I'm even like gonna like boost off of one of the rats' faces when I do it, not to do damage, just to be an asshole.
All right. Yeah. It's like the rat's coming up like towards your boot, like squeak, and you're like, poof.
Yeah. Lift off the air and like do like the cool ass fucking anime like pose as I like put my arm out and my gun appears in my hand, and I look down and go, all right, let's kill some fucking rats. I'm gonna fire my gun.
All right. A pew pew.
Fuck it, straight roll, raw dogging it.
Yep, that'll do her.
4 damage. We'll say I'm what is the medium weapon? What's the distance I have on the gun? Could I hit one of the ones that are by Emmett?
Oh, yeah, you can. Easy.
Yeah, one of the ones that are on Emmett, I'm gonna, like this aggrieved one, I'm gonna fire at this one.
Oh, that's the one that you hurt? Okay.
Yeah.
That was 4, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. That seemed like it took a good chunk, like somehow you skewered like several of the rats in the group or whatever, and like the entire group, it's like injured now.
Full anime style. Exactly. Just fucking gun out of nowhere and just blah, blah, blah. And that's all I'm gonna do for now.
All right. I like it. Tank. Back to the
What do
top.
I have? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do Devoted Defender. And I'll
you can have
choose
2 wards, can't you?
Yes. Yeah. Because I've
Super good at
dual
it.
ward.
Yeah.
Dual
Right.
wards.
All right.
I'll choose KFG and because the other guys are so far away right now, maybe Bruno, since Royale's up in the air.
We'll use Holy Shield as that. KFG and you said Bruno?
Yeah, for now.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm trained in all tasks involving finding, healing, and interacting with and protecting that character. So any of those like defenses, I get an extra help.
Awesome. Oh yeah, and then that's your dual wards on it. Sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was the devoted defender thing. So yeah, okay. Action to initiate. You're good. All right, you're good. You don't need to make a roll for that particular one. They're not opposing it, I'm assuming. So it should be fine. Yeah. All right. KFG, you've got your buddy's got your back. That's for sure. You know, one's flying in the air, getting ready to do some shenanigans. One's like there, like your tank's getting ready to have your back just in case. You know, Bruno's around. What are you doing?
This little group that's actually this barely injured group. I'm assuming that's one of the ones KFG like threw the grenade at or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna punch them.
Okay. All right.
Change the damage on this because Bruno's next to me. I believe
also
I
eased.
have. Oh, it's eased on top of. Okay, alrighty. Yes.
Yep, that'll do her. How much damage is that?
10.
10. Oof. Oof.
Yeah, I don't have all my buffs up, but because Bruno's next to me, I get a little bit extra.
Yeah, they are near death.
Guy does 10 fucking damage and says, "Oh, I didn't have my buffs up." Oh, damn.
Look, I can go
It's
higher.
measly 10 damage. Fuck you.
You just start squashing these rats like they're overinflated footballs, and there's only a few of them left.
Like as soon as KFG he finishes his meditate, he just drops onto the rats and just crushes a bunch of them and just starts stomping aggressively.
Jeez.
Then Bruno comes over and does the same thing.
Welcome to Stomp.
I don't know if a 3 is gonna hit the same.
3 is he's attacking the same one.
Yeah, the same group.
Okay, because they're very well hurt. Being groups, I'm dropping their difficulties, so it actually is easier to hit them. So 3 will do it.
Oh, nice. It takes 4 then.
4. That's enough to take it out.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Bruno just starts stomping right next to KFG like a little mini-me on the rest of the rats.
Nice.
That is my turn.
All right, Emmett.
Okay. Emmett's gonna try something. He's gonna reach into his bag, pull out his. Oh hell yeah!
Sorry.
Hey yo, it's a bop.
Let's go.
Bob though. He's gonna pull out his fishing rod. He's gonna take out a big, slobbering, wet, bloody piece of meat, and he's gonna hook it to the fishing hook, and he's gonna try to lure these rats, these 2 groups, just to maybe bump into each other or fuck with each other, and put it down, pull it up, and just not let them actually get it, but get them away from me.
Wow, I like that. It's creative. Okay, yeah. In this case, roll your fishing, because fishing is a combat skill.
Roll your fishing to distract the rats from the fight.
What better combat skill can you have than fishing? So yeah, go ahead and roll it.
Sorry about that. I forgot that my ringer was on.
Oh, that's fine. Shit happens. Whatever. Okay, so the rats are not good at defending against mental things. A 4 is enough. So you were just what was your goal with this specifically?
I was trying to get them to not attack me and possibly get them to like bop into each other, like fighting over the meat. Like put it on the ground, wait until the last second till we're going for it, then like rock it up. So like,
He's still there. He hasn't moved yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that they're going to start all like tussling over the meat. Maybe not enough to do damage to each other yet. If you'd gotten an effect, I might have done that. But yeah, you definitely see that the aggrieved giant rat group and the intrepid giant rat group are both just very interested in that next area over with this, like what you did with the meat, and you're like moving it around and stuff, and you've gotten them very distracted.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
Can I use a player intrusion to keep my encouragement going? Like, could I have been talking about canoes throughout all of this?
I'd allow it. Yeah, I'd allow it.
Yeah. I just had an idea. Like, the same tribes, they used to lure the rats with fishing rods, with meat, and just get groups of them. And you can actually propel a canoe through the water by using rats. I bet you didn't know that. And
Emmett, I've never heard of a rat-powered canoe before.
Like
you learn something every day.
Sleigh.
And I learn something about canoes every day.
The canoe encyclopedia.
And then Tumblehome's going to take a shot at this welcoming giant rat.
That is not going to be enough from Tumblehome to physically hit it.
He tried. You're doing your best. And that's my turn.
All right. This one. Welcoming giant rat group. Is very welcoming, apparently. The last one that tried to... So Glux hasn't really tried to hurt it at all yet, but Tumblehome just did. So they're going to turn and all of a sudden start swarming Tumblehome. Tumblehome needs to dodge.
Tumblehome so Tumblehome would just be straight speed.
Yeah, because I don't know what these trainings are. Oh yeah, attack, baking, taunt. He's baking? Oh yeah, because he was going to be like a pseudo, like a helper cook.
Yeah, he's good at baking. He makes bomb donuts and shit. But I'm going to put an effort to ease.
Okay.
And be like, get out of the way, Tumblehome.
Oh no. Oh, here's a thing. We didn't up Tumblehome when you increased to tier 4.
Oh, that's true.
Here, 1 second. I'm quickly doing that now. There. Tumblehome is now a little beefier. It's got 12 health, not 9.
Nice.
When he goes up a tier, does he gain a skill?
And he should have gained a skill, yes.
He should get that skill in combat.
Well, we're going to choose it after the combat because we said the middle of it. I'm not letting you save it and be like, oh, by the way.
That's fair.
So that is not going to be enough. They are unfortunately going to hit Tumblehome for 6 damage.
Ooh.
And I think he's got he's got armor. He's got 2 armor.
So he takes 4 damage, yes?
4 damage, yes.
Okay. That's still fucking unacceptable.
Tumblehome!
Tumblehome, no!
Tumblehome! You can take it, buddy.
Okay. All right. These guys are going to come in at tank. You got the paranoid ones. You're getting swarmed, getting bitten at, all that stuff. What would you like to do?
I gotta read something because I hope this doesn't mess up my... round. Okay, that's interesting. I'm just gonna defend.
Okay.
Just
All right.
block him with the shield or something.
Yeah, roll your speed defense. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're fine. They're having a hard time getting through, like with the they're bouncing off the shield. Even like one or two of them get near your legs, but they just like bite into like your greaves. It's just not doing anything. Your sponge the pants armor is just like too tough for them.
Just like pushing them away.
All right, a grieved giant rat group goes off towards the meat being dangled in the next area by Emmett. And completely ignoring Emmett because big old juicy chunk of meat. Bruno, however, is getting accosted by the disorganized giant rat group.
How much health? Like, is Bruno beefy? Like, does he have decent health and stuff?
No.
Bruno's actually
health,
weaker
no
than
armor.
Tumblehome.
It's beefy.
But
Double Hope's beefy.
but Bruno comes back if he dies,
Yeah,
right?
Bruno comes
Yeah.
back if he dies. Tumblehome's a one and done. He's not a
Does
class
not.
feature.
I'm gonna try and take this then. Like,
Okay.
try and
Bruno?
defend against it.
Sure,
Form.
sure. You
Okay.
draw the attack. Or sorry, are you going to
Yeah.
take the attack or draw the attack?
Draw it.
Draw it. Okay, intellect task for me, please.
Okay. Now, so with this, because he's one of my devoted defenders, do I get something? It says I'm trained in all tasks involved like protecting that character. Does this count?
Yeah, I would say
Somehow?
it counts. Yeah, because you're trying to protect him. So I would say it counts. So you can set
So-
yourself as trained for this intellect task.
Okay.
3 is enough because once again they're rats. Although these are fairly tough physically, mentally, they're still just rats. So, like there's this group of rats that go all over Bruno and swarm him. And like, how did you like draw them towards you?
Basically, kind of just moved Bruno out of the way and just kind of made him hit the shield.
Watch out, buddy! Pop, 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 pop. Okay.
Yeah.
So we still need you to defend against it now.
Right. So with this devoted defender, I am trained in speed defense. Does that go to specialized?
No, because it just says trained, doesn't it?
So it doesn't
actually.
give me any
Sorry,
extra.
I think that stuff does actually stack. I know there's been like talk about that. I believe it actually does stack. So it would probably be specialized because of what
Let's try to
skills
see
you
if-
have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so-
you're gonna say it does stack?
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead and it'll be specialized in this particular case. Oh, with a nat 20, no less. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, so these things like go into attack you instead. Not even close to touching you. What is it? Like what do you have any ideas for the major effect?
Yeah, I'd kind of like to use my when I'm blocking with the shield. I'd also kind of like to use the shield as kind of a surfboard on their bodies. A little bit,
Okay. All right.
like
all
kind
right.
of squish a few of them with the shield.
Okay, so you want to like sort of like damage them back, trying to like just squish some of them or something.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll a. It would be an attack with like, I'd say like probably medium weapons.
Yay. Wait, did I never put my? Okay. Do you want it like unarmed or?
Oh, you can just roll it from your skills, the weapons medium if you want.
Okay, I gotta switch that because I have skilled with attacks, but I don't have that one changed. I think.
Oh, okay. Well, just in the roller itself, you can just change it to trained or whatever.
Something like that. I don't. Yeah.
In the end, it's Cypher. Everything rolls the same. That's we can
Oh my
adjust it in
God.
the roller.
Rolling terrible
Okay.
for those things.
I'm still going to give you some damage on them. I'm not going to say it's nothing. We'll say, yeah, I'm still gonna give you some damage on them. Okay, so they're as barely injured now. So you did manage to hurt them a bit. You definitely heard the crunch of like one of the rats like getting underneath your shield or your boot or whatever, and some of the other ones are kind of like injured and they've like semi scattered a bit.
All right.
Okay, intuitive giant rat group. This one was going after KFG.
KFG's just gonna sidestep him, do the usual dance away dodge.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's gonna be enough. So yeah, they go to like you're just easily dancing around them, probably like with your little like you can step in the air and stuff. Like you're just kind of like going through doing your monk stuff. They can't reach you very well.
Pulls out like the healer staff to like push off the ground or something every once in a while. Just does like acrobatics in the air, just styling on the rats because they're rats.
Okay. Enterprising giant rat group. They're going to go up here. Like, like they know they can't reach you, but they don't know they can't reach you. So like at first they're kind of piling on each other, trying to like snap up at Royale with Cheese's like boots as he's flying above them. And it looks like they're getting frustrated, so they may move on like next round. But for this round, they were trying to snap at your feet, but you're that little bit too high. And I'm going to say the same thing with the escapist rats. Like you went up and they instantly start piling on each other, trying to get towards you, and they're not getting.
Yeah, take that, you little bastards.
And then Intrepid Rat was also being distracted with meat. All right, KFG, you've got the Surly Rat group coming in at you, swarming at you.
It keeps doing acrobatic monk shit.
Yeah, you are. Jesus, difficulty 7. You're hitting them numbers. Okay. Gluckster, what are you doing? You've got one rat group right in front of you. You see Emmett like fishing with a couple others.
He's been getting mad. Like he was getting mad at the rats before, and then he's seen him attack Tumblehome. Now he's like crazy pissed.
Tumblehome,
you attacking Tumblehome? Now, the thing from him would be eased by 1, or would that be an asset?
From Emmett's stuff, it's eased.
Eased by 1? Gotcha, okay. Yeah, you just start booting the rats, kicking them and beating the crap out of them.
All right, yeah, go ahead. You've got do you have an unarmed? You do have an unarmed, okay. Extra damage. That is going to hit, and is that with the extra +2 from the cipher as well for damage?
Oh no, I just added all the stuff I had from like the effort and the edge. I don't think so.
Oh, okay. So that's 11 damage then. Oh boy.
Yeah, start stomping on them like crazy. Kicking them away from Tumblehome.
There's only like a couple rats left in that group. Like you just stomp them. Like very large ketchup packets. Like, I gotta say, KFG, you're probably looking over and just seeing like Gluckster suddenly like kung fu fighting, just absolutely messing them up with fists. And
KFG's like, there we go, man of style, finally.
Man of grace.
Royale fucking drops the gun in midair and it disappears as his wolf claws appear on his hands, and he like Superman flies down to those rats over on Tumblehome.
Oh, the wolf claws. Haven't seen them pop out in a bit. Okay, let's go. Oh yeah, and you have fleet of foot too, don't you?
Yeah, I sure do. And I can like my flight is short distance.
Oh, right.
And I'm assuming regardless of game system, down is free.
Yeah. Gravity gives you an assist. We're gonna move things just a little bit here.
Not eased by Emmett right now.
You are.
Yeah, you are.
Am? Okay.
Yeah.
Eased by 1. We'll add some effort as well. We're full. Let's call it 2. I want to do this.
Yeah, that is definitely how much damage is this? 5?
5. As he like flies down and like lets gravity take him, and like Superman lands on the remaining rats, like shearing them like in half with his claws.
Yeah, they're donezo. They're donezo. There's some rat corpses here.
He like leans down and like extends his hand. He's like, "You come with me, little guy."
Oh, for tumble home?
Yeah.
You saved him.
Nah, that was all you, man. I was just I was just cleaning up.
Hell yeah. Is Tumble Home good? Or is he like
Tumble home, he's a little hurt, but he's not like he's not even like bloodied. Like he's not too bad.
It's okay for now.
He's okay.
But yeah, he would jump with Rail with cheese, like get up on his shoulder.
Tumble home should have a thing. Always. That should.
KFG, we might have to make a retreat here.
You think?
There's a lot more of them than us right now. And these are all just challenges to wear us down. Like, we need to preserve as much energy as we can.
Yeah, alright, fine. We can run, but you have to cook dinner. I'm counting this as your loss.
I'll take it. You can't cook worth shit anyway.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I was trying so hard to win.
You guys can run. I'll stay here and clear them out.
Let him die.
that's madness, Billy?
What? I doubt these things could even hurt me.
Well, like Rail said, it's not about them hurting you. It's about wearing yourself down.
I don't even have to eat. I could just poke at them all night. Just ding, 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 ding.
Billy, we don't have time. We have to beat Marco. This is a distraction.
Agree. We should all leave.
Up to you guys. Back to Tank. What do you think, Tank? You got your group saying maybe we should go. You feel pretty invincible right now.
Well, I'm still going to attack because I'm still here and they haven't moved yet. So
all right, let's go.
As long as I'm here, I'm just going to literally attack a group of rats. The one I decided to make partially a skid mark.
Barely injured yet. The disorganized.
Yeah. So I get something from Emmett here?
Eased by 1.
Eased by 1. Oh. Come on.
Ooh. I love it, man. All right, we accepting this intrusion?
I don't have a choice.
Awesome. They're going to attack you back.
Okay. Well, this should be funny. Oh, so I need a speed defense.
You need to defend, yes.
Can I attack him back?
Jesus
Oh
shit.
my god.
Well, minor effect won't give you an attack back if it was major.
Oh, this would have been so good, though. Back and forth.
I was going to do something cool, but then you rolled really good. All right. So yeah, they're not going to be able to. What's that?
Can I use my menace ability for that then? Just kind of like at him.
I'll give it to you. You still got to make an intellect task for me to use it, but yeah, you know what? I'll give it to you. Yeah, that's enough actually. That was a bit of a back and forth. Okay.
It's kind of funny. I like it.
You go to attack them, they start to swarm you, and you're like, no! And they're like, squeak!
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead and pass when you're done. KFG.
All right, I guess we're getting out of here then.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I roll a speed to do an action and move?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Oh, heck yeah.
And that's enough.
All right, KFG's gonna punch one of these packs of rats before he leaves.
All right.
I need this. And it's eased by Emmett. And then it's also eased because I have my other buff.
All right. Difficulty
damage?
11. Think that's going to hit. Which one were you going after?
Just this surly group, I
Surly.
guess.
All right.
Yeah,
And
the
that's
one right next to me.
10 damage.
Yeah,
All right.
and then KFG is gonna run over to the boys. And then if I don't do an action, I don't have to do a speed check, right?
That's right. Well, you did an
So,
action, then you moved a short distance. So you did get. But if
Yeah.
you just want to move, you can. Or you can roll
Okay,
a
I
speed
want
check
Bruno
to
to
try and
move.
move a long distance.
Oh. No, I'm gonna have Bruno move just a regular distance. He's fine as is.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
So what I'll do is, are you guys all agreeing that you're going to be booking it at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm.
Yeah,
We
and I'll
don't need
pull
to
up
handle the
rear.
rest of this as a combat. Then at this point, you guys are just trying to like book it away from the rats. So what I would like is I'm going to go through each one of you, and I'm going to have you guys roll a speed task as you're running. And thankfully, the rats, although they're fairly tough, are not actually that fast. So you should be able to get past as long without too high of a difficulty. So I'm going to start with Emmett. If you want to be the first one to give me a speed task, please.
Can I do an extra little thing since it was my turn? Can I?
Yeah.
I'll give them that meat, but I'll take out another piece of meat and a piece of wood and like make a little teepee thing and put the meat at the top so it might distract them for a little longer.
Okay. All right. All
Hammer
right.
and
So
nail it really quick.
you wanna put some meat down as a distraction before you take off.
Yes.
Okay. So that would be an intellect task, and I don't think you really have any skills appropriate to this. But that would be an intellect task.
Difficulty 6.
6 is pretty good. So I'm going to give everyone an asset on their tasks for you guys booking it. As the
other thing-
rats are pretty sidetracked, all things considered.
I was gonna say I'm staying back as much as possible to let them get away, so that I kind of use myself also as bait.
Well,
So,
if you want to stay in a solo combat, we can do that.
well, no, like just enough so that like they're behind, like they're running,
Okay.
but I'm kind of staying at the pace of
Either
the rats.
you're running
so
or
that they're not.
you're at this point it's easy just for sake of play. Either you're fighting them or you're running.
Okay. Well, I was hoping to give them a little bit of a boost too. So, but yeah, I'll just run then.
Because if you're staying with like in a short enough distance that they can reach you, then they're just going to keep wailing on you. And in that case, I would absorb all of them into one giant group.
I beat difficulty 1 for my speed check.
Good job. Good job. We're going to be taking this as like a group check, so it depends on how good you guys do. I'm not going to make Tumblehome or Bruno roll.
I guess it would be a 2 because of my little trap.
Oh, 2 because of the trap. Okay. All right. We'll see how well you guys do. Gluckster, can I get a speed task from you as well, please? And if you have any skills on like movement or anything,
Remember, you get an asset.
you get an asset.
Oh yeah. Could I just use this like to throw a piece of monster meat I've had for like 5 years?
So you can make a small object now disappear. You can make someone believe that they have something in their possession.
And then I'll roll that speed task.
Yeah, I'll give you guys a second asset.
That was a 20.
Oh my god!
Oh, and it was a major. Tell you what, as the major effect, I'll give you a free reroll on this GM intrusion.
Okay. Thank you. Speed task.
Made that easy. Okay, all right. You're doing better. Doing better. KFG, can I get one from you next?
Sure. Just a regular speed, or
Speed
if I
task,
have
anything to do with like
related-
movement or running or anything like that.
I have balance and careful movement as a skill.
This isn't really like a balance or careful movement because you're just trying to book it.
Okay. I couldn't use like maybe either possibly hunting to like get in the mind of the rats and think of a way to get away where they wouldn't.
Nah, in this
Think?
case, you're not
No?
hunting.
Okay.
You're being hunted.
Fair enough. No, fair enough.
you're just running. You're just booking it.
But we have what, 2 assets?
2 assets now. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Where'd the second asset come from?
Gluckster putting down more meat.
Uh,
All right. Royale with cheese. Can I get one from you, please?
yeah. I was gonna ask if flight would give another asset, but I think you can only get 2, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Actually, yeah, you're flying. I'm not going to worry about it. Don't bother. You can roll to see if you can. Your role is to see if you're helping everybody rather than how well you're doing, because you could just escape.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. If that's the case, because like I want to be able to help. I've got Tumblehome with me, but can I try to grab Emmett and
Sure.
give him a reroll on his roll?
I'll tell you what. I'll let you do the roll, and then that like if it's better, it'll supersede his.
Okay. Yeah. Beats difficulty 6.
Oh yeah, much better. Okay, and tank, you're bringing up the rear. You're the main one that's like was keeping them at bay. 5. Okay, yeah, you guys are gonna get away. You're fine. Let's get rid of some rats here. And end combat. There you go. There you go. So you get out, you hear the rats squeaking and whatnot, but they went back for those like large chunks of meat, and you are back to the various other tunnels, knowing that there's other places that you guys could be going right now.
Oh.
Oh, Tumblehome, are you all right? Do you want to like go in the inventory? And I open up my menu and I call Platt by accident. KFG by accident.
FG like picks it up and he's like, Emmett, why are you calling me? I'm 5 feet away from you.
KFG, get off my screen. I'm trying to put
Call
Emmett.
me.
I'm trying to put
FG hangs up.
Oh, okay. I call you.
I feel like Tumblehome is like almost experienced enough at this point. Just like you feel like like one of the Tumblehome's like wet tentacles going up your arm, Emmett, and like guides your hand to the right button.
Oh, there it goes. Then yeah, he pops back into the inventory.
You got it, Emmett. You got it.
Fucking Royale is just chugging potions.
We gotta focus and find Marco. That's a good thought, Royale.
I like honestly, it dawned on me for a second. Like we probably could have sat there and taken them after some time, but this is exactly what Marco wants. He's not sitting here killing rats.
That's true.
Yeah, just a distraction.
I could kill rats all fucking day. Marco probably knows that.
Using your weakness against you. Wow.
Right? My lust for battle. It's my one weakness.
Very smart. Okay, so you guys head further into the dungeon. You realize you got to book it. You head around that area so that you don't have to deal with the fucking rats again. Royale with cheese, I'm gonna get you to do the next hex roll for me, please.
5 and 1.
5 and a 1. So 5 this way and a 1 This way. Oh, we're hitting all the action sequences. What do we got here? Okay, and I'll put a thing down. Beep. Can I get a D12, please?
Oh, that's different.
1.
Is that an intrusion? No.
Can I get another D12, please? You guys actually
No.
did that one. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, you are heading through another area and you finally get to an area where it's like one long hallway, but it's not straight. It's kind of twisty and turny. And unlike a lot of the other parts of this area of the dungeon, it does seem to be well shaped. The walls are seamless, like they're not bricks or anything. They're just like well smoothed and shaped via some sort of tools or magic, or, well, I mean, in the end, you know, it was just coding. And the bottom of the floor and the ceiling, which are not, the ceiling's not terribly high. Like you're guessing the ceiling is like probably about like 3 meters. So it's not enough that you can really like fly around in or anything like that. The hallway is not terribly wide. You could technically walk side by side if you really wanted to, but it's one of those like uncomfortably like close to each other situations. And as you're going along and you are traveling down this hallway, which is already fairly narrow, you hear this grinding sounds, the as the hallway begins to narrow. Yeah. All right. And
I would
well,
like buff myself.
it's not like the entire hallway is crushing you in one spot. Like the entire hallway is enclosing. As you look down the hallway, you see it's erratic. Like it's almost like bricks of it are like thrusting out or like sort of attacking at areas. It's not like the whole hallway is crushing. It is only like parts of the stonework are thrusting in and out or like launching at you or things like this as this like chaos of stonework begins to attack at you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to get a speed defense from everybody, and this will determine if you get a little bit crushed by some of the stonework. So Emmett, can I get a speed defense from you, please? Or actually, here, instead of just saying speed defense, I'm going to go through. Emmett, how would you deal with this situation as the stonework is suddenly launching at you?
I would use my inventory in the one way that Emmett has learned how. And that's to quickly pop out the crappier canoe that we built. And I'm going to portage it, so any of the stones falling on me will hit off the canoe, and I'm going to scurry my little feet and run like that.
Like a crab.
Like a crab. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to let you do this, I guess, as like an intellect task. It's not really like canoe knowledge or anything. What do you think? Just like an intellect defense in this case, but that's your bigger pool, so it harms you a little bit less to spend from. Like what is your goal here? What are you hoping to get out of this?
I think it would be more intellect than anything else, because I'm trying to like gauge which rocks are going to fall and like which one would be like the devastating one and which one can take it on the canoe. So intellect defense is fair.
Roll an intellect defense. Give yourself an asset because you physically have a canoe over you as well.
Amazing.
It's ridiculous.
Boom.
All right.
5.
All right. You're good. Okay. Gluckster, what would you be doing in this situation? You see Emmett suddenly like pop out a canoe, start like scuttling down the hallway.
Like the hermit, he's a crab now. The hermit crab. I would just be. I think I would build. Yeah, just trying to boogie like. escape. Like dodging everything and just full sprinting.
Okay. All right, Gluckster, that is not great. We're going to deal with that in a minute. You're trying to get through, but there's like a bunch of like stonework coming in and out that's proving difficult for you. We're going to come back to that. KFG, you see Emmett making it through like this like canoe getting, and then by the way, Emmett, I'm going to say that canoe is done for. The spare canoe, like it's going to get like shattered.
That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, KFG, you see the canoe like just getting splintered as Emmett like just like carries it, almost like fireman carries it like through to protect himself. You see Gluckster starting to get like pummeled around by these rocks. KFG, what would you be doing in this situation?
We said that it's like there's like a pattern to it, right? Or it seems like there might be a pattern to it. I have balance and careful movement. Can I carefully move through the pattern?
Okay, I would let it. So you're trying to do this like using your monk skills or whatnot. You're trying to do it so like you're timing it and you're like
it's like a platforming section in the game is what KFG's thinking, right?
Okay. Yeah, like your DDR skills come out and you're like, okay, I got this. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll that. You go ahead and roll that.
Okay. I also have is it an ability? I haven't flavored this ability yet, but I'm just gonna like, how do I throw this in there again? There we go.
Oh,
I haven't flavored this ability, but can I use this on myself as well? It says that it increases my physical reaction time. So like increase reaction time, moving carefully, get through the trap.
I'm going to say this is kind of like one of those situations where like you need like one action, like you need to respond. So like taking the second to use the rapid processing.
Could I have done the rapid processing first? Because it says, in addition, the target can take one extra action at any time before the ability's duration expires. It's kind of a weird ability.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you do the rapid processing and then do as your extra action, the dance thing.
The careful movement, yeah.
Okay, all right. In that case, I didn't even realize about that second part. Yeah, okay, in that case, you can give her.
Oh, perfect.
I feel like everything kind of went bullet time for you.
Yes, yeah. KFG turned into like Neo, like sees Emmett pull out the canoe, sees fucking Jamie getting beat up, and just like everything goes slow, and he just like sprints through. What do I run? So I'm adding what do you call it here? It's eased because of the rapid processing and trained because of my balance and careful movement.
Yeah. You could roll that skill and then just slap an ease on it.
Okay, perfect. I'll do that then. Oh, nice.
And
well, I don't have any XP, so this will be fun.
Awesome. We'll get back to that in a second. Okay. Royale with cheese. What would you be doing in this situation? You see Gluckster and KFG are both struggling a little bit. Emmett made it.
Royale with cheese goes, oh, fuck that noise. And I'm going to spend a experience for a player intrusion.
Okay.
Royale with cheese is going to reach out and like with his combined like now these like dark magics plus his wild magic and his knowledge of what everything actually is, he's like, I could just do whatever the fuck I want. And he shrinks like Mario style, like as if Mario got like hit by something, shrinks down just pew 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 to like a quarter of his size, and then like flies like low below everybody. Like, you guys are fucking idiots.
God. You got like this Ant-Man wasp thing going on. You're just like, fuck this. Yeah, I'll give it. No roll. It's fine.
Nothing is real. Booyah, booyah.
I've accepted I am the master of this digital world. Yeah, Royale Cheese just manipulates the code and fucking hacks. Awesome. Thank you very much. What would you be doing in this situation?
Which one between Gluckster and KFG looked like hurt the most, kind of with all this?
I mean, they haven't been hurt yet. KFG looks like he's having a bad day. He's just like, I'm going to do this monk thing, and all of a sudden, like a bunch of stones are like, pop, 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 pop.
Just like buffs himself, takes one step, and just immediately gets fucking clapped. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and use my shield to help protect KFG while trying to bring him up, while trying to get us out.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna let you know that means it'll count as you failing the roll, but KFG, we're gonna. I would actually let KFG have a re-roll in that case if you're willing to sort of make that sacrifice to take the hit for him type thing. I'll let him have a re-roll. How does that sound?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, KFG, you get to roll again, thanks to your buddy Tank actually being like, I got you, bud. Oh, with a minor effect.
Hey. Can my minor effect be he gets to actually roll?
No, a major effect maybe.
Major.
I will, however, as a minor effect, if you do want to help him, I'll lower the damage a bit, as he didn't need to help you quite as badly as he thought he did.
Okay, yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay, all right. Okay, so in that case, it's just a Gluckster and Tank that are sort of lagging behind a little bit. Gluckster, you are going to take 8 might damage, bypasses armor, as it kind of crushes you a little bit. And Tank, you very much, you are going to take 5 might damage, bypassing armor.
You lucky little.
And I would like to propose a GM intrusion.
I don't have a choice. Someone didn't have XP, and I can't remember who it was. Who doesn't have any right now?
Oh, it is KFG.
I have 0.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now everyone's got something. Okay. So you both took you took some damage. Everyone like escapes out of the hallways. There's like this final like crash and like dust sprawls out and you guys like stand up and dust yourself off. Like Gluckster, you got a bit like pummeled and pinched, but like whatever, you're doing good. And you're like, oh fuck, we made it out. And then you look over and you see stuck in this like weird position, his shield's kind of out, but the rest of him still like in the hallway, like amongst all these stones. Thank you very much is very much stuck in this hallway.
Oh shit, Billy!
He starts grabbing rocks and like throwing legs.
Immediately run up at
And
it will physically try to help KFG.
And it's not like he's
rocks.
buried. Like these stones came out of like the sides, like they were almost like pistons. Like small, like brick-sized pistons. So he's just like in this weird thing where he's trying to run and he's kind of like stuck in a half running position, but now he can't move because there's these like sideways, like stone pistons kind of like getting, he's because of the armor and the restriction, he can't quite get out of it.
Okay.
And he karate chops the fucking bricks like actual monk style, like in half.
It's like walls, right? And he's stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, first thing, Billy, don't panic.
I'm not panicking.
Just don't panic. If you struggle too much, you're gonna make yourself more stuck.
I'm all buffed up too. I'm gonna start punching the rocks.
Does anybody have butter?
Butter.
Butter?
Yeah, I probably have a little butter.
You would actually.
Okay.
Probably.
That's true.
He's like, hold on a second, and he like watch him like pull a mushroom from like out of thin air and eat it and grow back to his normal size. Just bloop, bloop, bloop.
Oh
damn. Mushroom, potato.
Oh wait, hold on.
Fish. Oh,
I actually have a thing. Can I just transport a KFG-sized section of the wall fucking, I don't know, 100 miles away from us?
Oh.
And then Billy has enough room to just get out of there?
The user can target one non-living of their size or smaller. And I'd allow parts, sure. Object is transferred to a random location. Only a portion of the object is... Yeah, it says if the GM feels it's appropriate, then a portion could.
Only no more than the users, so like a
I was gonna make it
KFG-sized portion.
Okay, I was gonna make it this thing like if you start punching the bricks, like more of it'll like collapse in on them or something like that. But I mean, yeah, if you're gonna spurn a site like a level 9 cipher for this, I'd allow it. I've
had it for a while and I've not really had a good time to use it, so
yeah,
seems good to me.
So like Gluckster, you're like getting yourself pumped up and getting ready to punch this stuff as well. And just as you're like bringing your fist back, being like, I've never done this before. All of a sudden, like you see Tank like stumble forward as like a section of the wall is gone.
See, like KFG did the same thing, but he punched the wall so hard that he sent it to another dimension. Just like a section of the wall, yeah.
You just broke the code. It's just not. It doesn't exist anymore. It's just a null item.
Just deleted it from the game.
It'd be funny if those rocks just somehow ended up in town.
We go back to town later. It's just like there's like a town statue in the middle of town. It's been replaced by the section of the wall.
Oh, your pumpkin buddy's just like, no, my cart. This is why I stopped doing cabbages.
Oh, poor bastard.
Yeah. So yeah, you got him out. I'll let you burn a cipher for that. So yeah, you managed to get him out. You escaped the hallway.
Thanks for getting me out of that. That was yeah. I thought I had a little bit more time.
This place is a fucking hellscape, and I hate it.
We need to spend as little time in here as possible.
Should we find Marco and beat his ass?
That's the
We'll just
plan.
make him pay for what he did. Well,
Yeah.
even more so.
The more this dungeon stresses me out, the more I'm going to take it out on Marco.
So with that, you guys are venturing forward a little bit more.
Yop.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much. I believe you were the next one for a hex roll.
Ooh.
We got a 4 and a 6. So 4 goes this way. 6 goes up this way. Oh, another fun thing. Okay. Can I get a D12, Tank?
D12.
Roll again. I'm not having more
I'm
living
like-
walls.
We. There you go.
Awesome. Okay. So you travel through like various like a couple of different tunnels and whatnot, and there's like a choke point in the dungeon where it's kind of an area you think you have to get through in order to reach like the rest of the dungeon. And when you enter this room, it's just a bunch of semi see-through walls, like translucent walls, and a bunch of doorways, like wooden doorways in each one of these like translucent walls. You have no idea what the walls are made of. The ceiling is not that high. It's only about like 3 meters high. And yeah, it's just like you just see all these like randomly placed walls with doorways in them. That seems to be a little weird, almost haphazard in some way.
Oh, I don't trust this at all.
No, this is definitely some sort of fuckery.
What is it with your language these days?
I like
You tell me not to swear. You're swearing like crazy. You should stop that.
He's turned into a real gamer.
I'm sorry, Billy. I'll
Bad
try
example, Emmett.
You're right. I'm your dad, and
Thought you were supposed to be an example.
you're right. I should be.
These are stressful times, though, Billy. You should cut him some slack.
No, he's right. He's right. We shouldn't look at the bigger picture of anything. I should just focus on being a good dad. I will stop swearing. I don't think it's a grand idea that we go through these doors. What do you think about it, Billy? What does your gut tell you?
I mean, I think we have to.
Well,
Yeah.
Or else she's gonna look and be like, this has gotta be like what, like goblins or fucking. What is it? It doesn't seem smart enough to be built by things that would have be intelligent. It's dungeon shenanigans. This is fucking dungeon shenanigans. What's that?
Maybe it's a
What?
puzzle.
What's what?
Did you see something?
Don't worry about it, Billy.
He's acting crazy again, guys.
No, he's fine.
It's like 3 tentacles that are like wiggling like noodles behind Billy's head out of the wall, and it's like, oh Jesus.
Did you get hit on the head a little too hard?
Yeah, probably a little concussed. It's fine, Billy.
I don't think he's fine.
No, I'm sure he's fine.
So you said there's these weird translucent walls and then like a corridor of doors?
It's like a big room. Like it's a large room, and you can see an exit on the other side. Like there's definitely another exit. But in this large stone room, there's all these like weirdly angled, translucent. They almost look like glass, but you figure like they're thick and they're probably not glass. And each one of these has just like an open doorway. Like there's not even a door in them. They're just doorways. And they're all at like different angles to each other. Like you think if you were to just try to walk through them, like you'd have to take this really weird route.
You guys want to just try some random doors?
There's only
God.
one door in front of you right now. Well, one doorway to begin with, at least.
I mean, if we have to get to the other side that way, I don't think I saw another way around.
One door.
Well, to quote an old guy, Leroy!
Oh God!
Open the door.
So Tank's the first one that runs through. He runs through the door, and as soon as he gets like to the doorway, there's like a zapping sound, a bright flash of light, and you see Tank. Another flash of light in like the middle of the room at some other random doorway, and you see Tank suddenly like exit from that doorway.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Billy, where are you going? I follow.
I'll stop. Be like,
Okay. And when you go through the doorway, you wind up right behind Billy. Like it doesn't seem to be random per se, so much as just this is probably going to be a bit of a maze, as instead of physical walls guiding you around, they're teleport doorways.
God damn it.
So we are going to treat what we're going to be doing here is this is going to be one of those like escalating like difficulties or whatever. Basically, you're going to need so many successes before you get to that threshold. And I mean, other things may or may not happen along the way. We'll see. Let's have some fun. But yeah, you enter that first doorway and you're like in the middle of this like random maze thing now. Who wants to sort of take the lead on this? And I'm assuming other people will try to be helping out.
Yeah, I'll do the whole anecdote thing to train people in puzzles. Encouragement for the same thing. Do you have a good sense of direction, KFG?
No.
actually, I think I do. Would my awareness come into handy in this?
In this case, no, because you can see all the doorways. That's not a problem. You can pretty much see through the walls. It's the fact that you don't know which doorway leads to which doorway, and it's more about figuring out the puzzle, not so much being aware of where they are.
Well, the first line is whether it's figuring out clues. On the awareness.
Clues and puzzles are very different things.
Oh.
In this case, I would say no.
Your levels of perception and environmental notice are.
I will, I guess, also take out a spool of fishing line, and I'll start walking through doors and trying to make a little bit of a map. And
when you go through a door and it zaps you, it cuts the fishing line.
Oh, you bastard!
I like poof throw, but like, you building a booby trap on it?
No, I thought it would be a good way to like see the paths.
It doesn't seem like they're like portals so much as actual teleportation devices.
We write on the doors.
You've got writing stuff.
Well, we just mark every door that we've been through.
I think I got a knife, I carve it into the doorway somehow.
I did say there were wooden doorways. Yeah.
So I guess I'll point like arrows or letters or numbers.
Okay.
We should mark them in and out. So like, if we walk through one, you mark it before you walk through. You mark it like 1. And then on the back of it, when we exit the other one, mark that back of that one 1. So that we know like what they're.
The one doorway goes to the next one.
In case we have to go backwards for some reason.
So you guys are currently considered trained, and I believe you're applying and you're giving them an asset as well, Emmett.
Easement, yes.
And I'm gonna say thanks to your thinking about like in and out and like numbering the doors and stuff, I'll give you an asset. So you've got you're trained, you're eased, and you got an asset right now. But like I still want someone to sort of take the lead to make the first rolls.
We're only at 1 asset?
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Casual Danger Dialogue.
Free asset to the next set. Oh, let's go. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so who's gonna take the lead on the first, like, trying to figure it out?
I guess I will.
Okay.
Jumping through portals. So it was 2 assets.
Yeah, so you're currently trained, an easement and 2 assets.
I'll use some effort to ease, and it's an intellect roll, yes?
It is going to be an intellect task, yes.
All right, here we go.
And in that 20. Jesus fuck. Difficulty 12. I'm not even going to make you guys roll for the other ones. I'm sorry. Nat 20, difficulty 12. You had a +6 on this shit? Jesus. Okay. So like Emmett, you got this. Like you just like what was going to be like this thing where like you guys are going to have to try and figure it out, and you can definitely see is through the walls that some of the doors maybe led to traps or something. Emmett, you just figured it out. How did you do this? You're describing to me doing it.
I figured out that it's cutting my fishing line. But I can still test the safety of the room by throwing a shoe inside first.
Okay.
And then, like, you can see where the shoe teleported and you'll hear it. And I lost one of my shoes, but, you know, we're pressing on.
One of the shoes, like, went through one of the doorways, and you see, like, a gout of flame in the distance somewhere. It's and you're like, well, not that way.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that shoe's done. That was a good shoe.
Yeah, Emmett, like between like marking the doorway so you know which way you're going because you had to double back a few times, and then like Emmett like kind of figuring things out and like remembering like, you know, wandering through the, you know, Amazon like river paths for canoes or whatever bullshit he says today, and and because of this you realize there's a pattern to it and you're able to get to the exit of this area. Wow. Just wow.
Dad, you can do this, but you can't remember how to use your inventory?
No, that was because you guys were being so helpful with the markings and the ideas and the, like, 5 heads are better than 1, Billy. And technology is hard. You'll figure it out when you're older.
Technology's not hard at all. What are you talking about?
We're like trillions of years old.
See, I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was.
You were never with it.
It'll happen to you too.
It'll happen to you.
And with that, you're able to get further into the dungeon. Emmett, you're the one that got them out of this. You're leading the way. Can I get a hex roll from you as you lead them further into what the next area is?
You sure can.
It's a 4 and a 1. Which is going to lead you right back to that room. Can I get another roll, please? A 1 and a 2. And a 1, 2, 3. Okay. Which will bring you there. Can I get a D10, please?
Intrusion.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Sorry, you were saying something about an intrusion? What?
No, he rolled a 1.
Oh. Not 1 on a D10. What the fuck? All right. Yeah, these little fuckers. Okay. You guys move further into the dungeon. Once again, like there's like a couple of twists and turns, a few like this is like a massive dungeon. You know, this is the type of thing like it's meant to be like end level for the area, like the big like raid or whatever you go through. You know you're going to be in here for hours and hours and hours. So it's a very big dungeon that you're going through. It's designed to bring you through a variety of encounters, and you go through and you get to another area. It's another one of these like somewhat narrow-ish corridors. As you approach it, now are you guys doing? As you see another narrow corridor, it looks just like the one that like shot all the stones at you. That like tank almost got stuck in and everything. Are you guys doing anything before you enter this narrow corridor?
I put on my helmet, and I recommend everybody else put on their helmet.
I don't have a helmet.
I pull one out and hand it to you.
I'm not taking the crown off.
Sure. I'll wear it, I guess. Just specifically because you asked me to.
Safety first.
I'm always wearing a helmet.
Yeah. So you put helmets on and you're just gonna like walk down the hallway?
Can't we wait? Isn't you can resummon Bruno, right? Like, can't you like send him down first?
Oh.
Yeah, I've done this with Bruno before. We could just send him down the hallway.
It blocks the pathway and we can't get through.
Bruno, you're a real mensch, man. Thank you.
Bruno's the best. He's a manifestation of my excess ki. He doesn't care. He if anything, he probably wants to go down there because that means he can get the most kills. And then he doesn't have to cook dinner.
I feel like, as you mentioned, it's like, oh, it's fine if we kill Bruno. He'll come back. He doesn't even care. Like, I feel like he gives you a dirty look.
He's a little bit mad. He's like, this is why I didn't help you with the dragon.
Yeah. Like you just a little bit. And you hear like a sigh, and he just like turns towards the hallway, begins to go down. You just hear like
it's like angry grumbling.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. I wasn't expecting you to send like a sacrificial like rube down the hallway type thing. Bruno starts going down the hallway, and at one point you hear like a crack, and all of a sudden the majority of the floor of the hallway collapses, and Bruno's like and like falls down it, and then a bunch of these holes open up in the ceiling, and you see all these goblin faces like look down and like, yeah, get him! And like all these stones and everything start pelting down, and like rocks, and like even some like boiling oil and all of this other shit. You see Bruno just like basically like melting and getting crushed and everything like that before like finally did like destabilizing. Like it was a painful and horrific death. And then you hear a bunch of the like goblin voices in the ceiling be like, another one. And then like their porthole things like close up, and you see like there's like a as like all the floor plates suddenly start snapping back into place.
Fucking goblins.
Wow.
I have to apologize to Bruno next time I bring him back.
That was a little horrifying.
What?
Look, I've done this plenty of times before. It's never gone that bad. That was horrifying. Don't worry, I'll get him like a hunk of lamb or something. He loves that shit.
Well, I don't know if he's fine with it, bro. That didn't sit fine.
That didn't really seem fine.
Did he just die?
I'm pretty sure he's dead. Yeah, I think he's dead.
Yeah.
And keep your voice down. There's fucking goblins. There's goblins. They're gonna hear us.
You might not be able to see his health bar, but I can, and that shit is empty, bro.
Oh, Bruno.
So, I guess
Messed up.
we must carry on in his name, but that's kind of messed up, KFG.
He'll be back.
Yeah. How do we get over this?
I'm gonna look to see if there's a button around the front.
Okay,
Like
roll.
something that might like lock it up.
Yeah, roll an intellect task for me, please.
Can I do my awareness?
Yes, that would apply for sure. Difficulty 3 actually will be enough. Goblins, although they set very, very good traps, are not very good at hiding like the other mechanisms. You find what seems to be like it's like a little bit off to the side. There's like a little like switch underneath like a fake plate.
All right, I'll go flick the switch.
Okay, you flick the switch, and part of the wall where you guys are opens up. And with a very shocked look, like that same look you get when you like walk in and someone in the bathroom type of look, all these goblins like suddenly look over, like they're there with like pots of oil and rocks and everything, like waiting to pounce on whoever goes in the hallway. And all of a sudden this door opens up and you guys are staring at them and they're staring at you and they're like, "Oh shit."
Okay, everybody calm down.
When you get to hell, tell them the Mad Titan sent you.
No,
Fucking starts firing a gun right into the fucking hole.
This is for Bruno. Just like KFG also starts shooting key blasts into the hole. Like,
No rolls are necessary for this. The goblins are there are nothing. It's the traps. The goblin traps are the only things you really have to roll against. Goblins themselves are like level 2 nothings. So yeah, you open it up. Emmett, sounds like you were about to like do diplomacy or something, and these guys are just like, and I started blasting, and
Yeah, I was doing diplomacy at them,
yeah.
like at KFG and Royale, and they were like, no.
trying to stop.
Did not work.
I'm like, all right, now we're gonna go in there and have a conversation. Yeah, I just want to talk to them with my fists.
Yep.
Yeah. So there's just like a room full of dead goblins, and you can see that there's a lever in there that you're assuming is like so that the floor doesn't collapse type thing. You hit it, and when you test it out, the floor like stays stable, and you're able to get through the hallway.
Fuck goblins.
I guess I was
killed Bruno.
Well, you killed Bruno, but
I didn't kill Bruno.
You sent him in to die, so technically you killed him.
I told him to walk down a hallway.
He knew how he looked. I see how he looked at you.
Look, Bruno wanted to go down the hallway. I wanted to go down the hallway, but you guys wouldn't let me go down the hallway because I'm too important, probably. Bruno got the fun job, man.
He'll be
Dying?
back.
Dying is the fun job?
Well, I mean, you know, didn't she see him shoot like key blasts and stuff and try
No.
to take them with them? No, I
No,
There's
definitely
sort of
did.
crunching sound and no other sounds after that.
And like burning sounds. Like
Yeah.
it smells like shit in here now.
the screeching of the burning oil was pretty bad.
That smell is Bruno.
It's like burning
No.
fur.
Bruno's made of my excess key. I trust me, there's no remains.
Maybe not now. They burnt them all.
Yeah, like got oiled.
Yeah, he just like despawned. Whereas the goblins, there's corpses.
How do you
The goblins have corpses.
how do you bring him back?
It takes a while. I'm gonna have to do some meditating.
He poops them out.
Can I do a quick search around of the goblin corpses? Do they have anything like valuable, worth noting? Any like journals or things like that?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll an intellect task for me, please. Awareness, perception, if you have anything like that, it would apply.
A 2.
Okay. It's not super hard. They weren't expecting to be found out. Sounds like they've done this stuff before. Like one of the goblins had a box on him. And it's got that on the box.
Kiepsakis. Is that goblin gibberish?
That's
Keepsakes.
keepsakes.
Yeah, I'll open it up and check it out.
Okay, I would like to propose a GM intrusion.
100%. How's your XP looking, Jamie?
I got 1 XP. So if anybody else doesn't have any,
Everyone's got 1 except for Emmett.
he can't give them to himself. Oh, thank you.
Excellent. Okay. Emmett, I would like a might defense from you, please.
Oh yeah, I'm great at that.
You are not, especially against a goblin trap. If there's one thing goblins would keep as keepsakes, it's explosives in a set box. You are going to take 5 damage bypassing any armor to your might.
Emmett blows an eyebrow off.
Yeah. Did you see Emmett like rooting through the corpses, and he finds that box that in very badly spelled goblin says keepsakes, opens it up, and you just like there's just this, and it's a very, I would say, contained explosion. Like it's not enough that it reaches any of you guys per se, but it just the whole front of him, like his face and his chest and everything. There's not only like some burn marks, but like little like iron filing slivers. Like you think the box was filled with explosives and like little bits of like iron filings and stuff. So it's like you gotta like pick them out. It's just as annoying as it is dangerous.
Yep. I'm happy you killed those goblins. They are not good beings. I understand. My eyebrow will grow back eventually.
Looks kind of cool, you know?
You know when like your dad stubs his toe and you know that he really wants to start swearing and yelling, but he's not, and he's just being extra calm? That's the vibe Emmett has right now. Yes, this is understandable, and we will get past this. Goblins are not the greatest beings. We will move on along in the dungeon.
Next. All right, so you guys are able to bypass this. You've got it locked, so you don't have to worry about the hallway, and all the goblins are dead. You don't know if they'll respawn or not, or how this works. You think it's more like an instanced thing, so you don't think you'll have to worry about them again yourselves. Gluckster, I think you're the next one for the hex roll, right?
I haven't done one.
Yeah,
No.
you're next. 2d6 silver plates, mercy buckets. Fives. Oh, we're gonna go interesting on this one. Okay, let's go. Can I get a D10 from you, please?
Yes, sir.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, so you guys, you enter, it's a really weird spot of the dungeon. For some reason, it seems to be much more finely crafted than other parts, to the point where it's almost regal or very, very like finely crafted, artisanal in many ways. And you get into an area and there's like fine furniture in this large room type thing. And one after another, each of you start to get thoughts in your head of things that you missed from your past, or traumatic events, or things that just set you off in one way or another. I am going to need an intellect defense rolls. I'm going to start. Well, like instead of intellect, sorry, let's just see how you guys deal with this. Emmett, you've got suddenly these like ghostly psychic images that are personalized to Emmett, assaulting your mind. How would Emmett be wanting to like deal with this situation?
Well, somebody is drilling into your head and trying to get you down and trying to wait on your emotions. it's best to block them out and focus on canoe. So I will take out the broken canoe I have and start trying to fix it.
Oh, right. All right. So you're trying to fix your canoe.
I'm trying to ignore my problems.
Okay. All right. So tell you what, it's gonna be an intellect defense, but I would treat this as trained because you're focusing on a skill as your like central point, your foundation point to try and center yourself. Because you're trained in the canoe stuff.
Ignoring his problems, like leaving his child.
Ooh. It's just like always, Dad. Just ignore your problems. Bottle it up, why don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, difficulty 6 is enough. You're able to stave it off, and you hear like probably like the shrill sound of your ex in the background being like, "Why didn't you take out the garbage?" And you're like, "I'm just building the canoe like always." And yeah, eventually like it just fades away. You're like, "Ah," and it's gone. Emmett will be able to survive this. Gluckster, same type of thing. You're being assaulted by something from your past. Maybe it's like the loneliness of like your street life, or I'm not exactly sure what Gluckster was living there, but like what first of all, what was this trauma, and like how are you dealing with it?
He's gonna get visions back to the city he used to live in. He used to just love stealing things. So, is there anything like he's not gonna start robbing like Royale or Emmett, but is there anything that he can just steal just to like snatch?
It was a fairly finely furnished room. Yes, there was like say like vases or like fancy teacups or something to the side because it was finely furnished room. But I mean, there's definitely some sort of trauma or psychic thing happening with the stealing. So like, let's say like you were always about this, but there's probably been a couple of times you got caught. I'm going to say you probably spent a few very uncomfortable nights in jail.
Oh yeah, Gluckster was in jail a lot all the time.
And like you go to like pick up this cup and you're like, oh, whatever, I'm going to steal something. When you smell it, it's like that brute aftershave. And you remember the last time you smelled this, his name was Phil. You don't want to see Phil again.
Oh no. Phil, it's him.
So yeah, are you just trying to like, what are you focusing on? What are you trying to do to like mentally like stabilize yourself? You don't see Phil. You can smell the aftershave. You feel his presence, and you even like maybe like just barely hear his voice in the background being like, "Oh, the dandy's back." Come here, sweet cheeks. Let me feel your hair.
What the? I would do that.
Okay. Hard to, you're training all defense tests. It's hard to pin down. So that just gives you training in defense tests.
No, I was just. No, I don't know if I have any skills to
Okay, so you can just do an intellect defense then if you want, if just to steel yourself against it. If you want to just be like, it's not real. Phil's not here.
Like, pull up the glizz and the knife. I'll be like, I'm strapped this time, Phil. You ain't gonna get me.
That's not very good. So we'll fade to black on this one, but let's just say like you turn around and it's like your hands are like pinned against the table suddenly as Phil's leaning over you and just time to give us a kiss. And we're gonna fade to black on that one. You are going to take 6 intellect damage. As Phil just gives you cuddles and nothing else for the sake of YouTube. KFG. So what KFG? What kind of trauma is happening to you here? Is happens to KFG, and how are you dealing with this?
KFG's like standing there and he sees like apparitions of other like esports players and they're like talking shit at him. They're like, nobody's ever gonna take a fucking key fighter main. That class is dog shit. Play something better. Like, this is why you're never gonna get on a fucking team. And KFG's like, nah, bro, I'm on a team right now. We're the best fucking team, and I'm gonna clap your fucking shit. And he just starts like swinging, and they're like, it's like a PvP battle. I don't know if anybody else can see what's happening, but everyone else is sponsored by the PSF play.
Oh my god.
Yeah, also they're all sponsored by the place that KFG wants to get his pizza from.
Royale with cheeses. Give yourself an experience for that. That was amazing. You can't even get this pizza anymore.
People never forget.
All right, so yeah, you're like focusing on like your tactics or gameplay. You're like, I know this is a good build. You guys don't understand. It will be a good build. And you've got just like other people, like your coach, the other people from like maybe you were part of a gaming house at one point, like all these other people being like, you're fucking dumb, you're never gonna win the tournaments like this. And it's kind of getting to you a little bit. You're starting to question yourself. So what do you so intellect defense is the default for this, unless you can convince me of something else.
I feel like intellect defense would be how KFG would handle it anyways.
Okay, so you're trying to center yourself. You're like, no, I've got this. So go ahead and roll an intellect defense for me, please.
I'm gonna use effort. I'm gonna use lots of effort.
And you don't think it's too high? Oh, it's a good thing you did then. Okay, so you still ended up making out pretty good. You ended up losing less points doing effort than if you had taken the damage. So it still worked out net profit.
Perfect.
So you're able to stave it off. It did cost you a little bit, like it was sort of mentally exhausting a little bit, but you think it would have been far worse if you just had accepted it, because it would have given you that confidence issues. Like, could I have done that better? Should I have done like the triple shield build? Like, but no, you're like, no, I did it. I'm here and fucking rocking it. You're able to get through. You're able to get through. Royale with cheese, getting to you. What would Royale with cheese be feeling and experiencing right now? And yours, by the way, is harder than theirs, because you not only have your personal traumas, but I'm going to say there's other shit happening in the background too. Tentacly.
I'm going to argue that the reverse might be true.
Okay.
Because whereas everybody else is experiencing these hallucinations and like they're attacking them, Royale with Cheese has been experiencing hallucinations this whole time.
Right.
They wouldn't come as a surprise to him. But I will say that the traumatic thing that is attacking him is in 2027, when Tad was in college, he got into a bar fight and hit a guy so hard that he killed him and had to go to jail for like 2 years for manslaughter for killing this guy.
What the fuck?
Goes there.
So the dead guy like is like behind him, telling him like, "Oh, you murdered me," and blah blah blah. And like Royale with Cheese just turns around like, "Yeah, and I've killed a lot of people since," and like wolf claws him in his fucking jaw.
Oh,
and I'll spend an experience point to player intrusion that if I need to.
Yeah. Or you know what? You don't need to spend a player intrusion. I would still like a roll with it. I would like an intellect defense roll, but I'm going to just tell you now that it's going to be a significantly lower difficulty you're trying to hit.
Okay.
Basically, I'm just looking to see if you nat won this or something interesting.
That's true. Okay, yeah, I'll just roll like straight diggity.
Difficulty 5. Oh yeah. I feel like not only do you get through this, but I feel like your visions help you. Like this guy, when you overcome it, like suddenly he's taken away by like these tentacles and clawed hands and things.
They just crawl up and like wrap around his arms and legs, and Royale Cheese looks like, "Get him, boys!" So they like drag him into the deep.
Yeah. But you do like as the final thing, like you don't take any intellect damage and you make it through and you're like, fuck that guy. You do like hear just a little whisper of a voice somewhere in the distance being like, there's far worse things in the darkness.
Royale with Cheese does like a little like arm wave and says, "Don't threaten me with a good time." I like the way you work it. No diggity.
I like it.
And he's gonna like try and help his friends like a mushroom shaman. You always have that one sober, one sober guide who, like, when like a group does mushrooms, he's that one person who's supposed to like help guide the trip and make sure everybody doesn't die.
Yeah, the designated guide, or like there's plenty of names for it, but I've been there. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I mean, drugs are bad. Never been there. Yeah, no, I get that. So we will. So last person, because it's all happening at once. So Tank, what is happening to Tank? What has happened to Billy? Like, what is going on here?
I think because Emmett's here, just the whole trauma of him leaving comes back.
Ooh.
And like, but I because we can still see like each other, right?
No, I want to say everything faded away. Like your trauma, like whatever visions are happening has taken over. Although if Emmett's part of that, then I would say that, yeah, Emmett's probably still visible to you at the very least.
Okay, so with Emmett there, and just all the stuff swirling in my head of him leaving and all that, and Billy still being young and not able to fully comprehend it all, and all that. I feel like I would be at a disadvantage to this because it's hitting like the spot, right?
Because your trauma is there with you, unlike everybody else whose trauma is like somewhere else. Okay.
Yeah, and I think Billy would actually start taking it out on Emmett.
Oh,
like a little bit where he would go up to him and be like, "Why did you leave?" and like maybe hit him a few times.
The saddest part would be Emmett is dealing with his own shit right now. Yeah. And he's just deadlocked into the canoe while you're just freaking out and like hitting him and shit.
Yeah.
Which is the same drama that Billy had before of Emmett deadlocked on his fucking canoe. Yep. Just feeding into it. Okay, so Billy, canoe. Like it's partly a vision, so like it's like the real Emmett's not going to take any damage per se, but like Emmett, I'm going to say like when you guys all fully come through, come to, like Billy will probably be throttling you. Billy, did you still want to roll an intellect defense, or do you think this would just be the type of thing like this is just affecting Billy?
I don't think Billy would be able to stop that. Okay. If it is, it'd be like hindered like very bad.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is because you've kind of accepted it in some way instead of trying to fight it, I'm going to say it's 4 intellect damage.
Okay.
And I'd like to give you an experience point for that because I kind of like the way that played out.
Cool, thank you.
It was almost like a self intrusion in a way. So.
Yeah, and it totally fits for Billy. Like, 100%. Sure.
And then Royale, you're starting to go around as everyone is coming to, and because like you handled it no problem. You've been seeing weirder shit lately, like dark monsters in the corners of the room and stuff. So you're going through and you're like helping to snap people back to things and bring them back to reality.
Hey, Billy, look at the tiles on the floor. Look at this. All these squares make a circle, man. Isn't that weird?
As he's like choking Emmett out. Is that what's happening right now?
Yeah. It's all right. Calm down. Let's get your mind off it. Think about it. It's weird, right? How do they do that?
What? Oh my God. And he's going to let go.
And Emmett, that's a mighty nice canoe there, but you missed a spot.
Yeah, working hard or hardly working.
I don't know how to break him out of it, Billy. That's going to be on you.
Billy's going to run and he's going to give Emmett a big hug after he realizes he was choking him.
Oh. Yeah, Emmett, there's some infection you probably haven't been that accustomed to these days. So I would say that's something that would probably snap you out of it.
Once the voices are gone, I'd be like, "Oh, Billy! Oh, you're hugging me! Oh, yeah, great! Come here, little guy."
I'm sorry, on you.
I'm like trying to reach up and ruffle his hair, but I can't. I'm like,
I got a helmet on. But yeah, he's gonna be like, "I'm sorry, I took it out on you and everything." It's been a long time, and I'm sorry.
It's understandable. Whatever just happened in the spooky room freaked me out a lot too.
And one of the things, though, that spooky room, like this is outside thing, that's that thing. Billy finally going through it and like beating the shit out of Image Emmett, I think actually cleared him of his whole full out anger for Emmett.
It was cathartic in some ways, being like, I finally got it out in the open.
I finally strangled my dad.
Yeah, but it got it out. But he also now can he can hear what Emmett has been saying for these few years, like about like what he did, and like, you know what I mean? Like he can finally understand all the sides. Like, it was just enough to just snap him out of just his anger.
I like it.
Then we got Gluckster. Royale with Cheese is gonna walk over to Gluckster, and he's like he's having a hard time through it right now, right?
Gluckster's like, he's probably pinned himself against some sort of like dresser or something, and he's like thrashing and probably like borderline screaming at this point.
I've got Royale by the arms and been like, Phil, you're not getting my lunch. You're not getting my peanut butter and jelly.
Royale with Cheese. This is where I'll spend the experience for a player intrusion.
Okay.
Because Royale with Cheese, when Gluckster grabs his shoulders, is going to like put his hands on Gluckster's head and like almost like ward into him, like see what he's seeing, or like join him in the memory, basically.
Oh, so like Phil is accosting Gluckster in one way or another when you suddenly appear in the scene, like you've matrixed yourself in or some shit, plugged yourself in.
He's gonna appear behind Phil and be like, I don't know, big boy, I think I'm the sheriff now, and like grapple him off of Gluckster.
All right. In that case, Gluckster, give yourself 4 of the intellect points back. I'm going to say there was still some trauma that happened, but I'm going to say Royale with Cheese suddenly coming out of nowhere, and Phil probably getting like, I don't know, sucked into some sort of hell dimension or something after this, because there's some weird shit. You are in this, like, you're still in the psychic realm for a second as he's getting dragged away, and when you look at Royale with Cheese, it's Royale with Cheese as you know him, but there's something off. There's like a creepy dark aura about him even at the same time that he's here to protect you. And like you're sensing more about his mindscape than you would have realized normally. And there's something slightly unhinged there.
In spite of Royale's eye glowing like a purple, you still feel the gaze as his eye meets yours, Gluckster. He says, I saw what was happening. Trust me. The punishment will fit the crime. Now wake up.
You save me, Royale. Are you all good?
You snap away.
Yeah, just wake back up into the waking world. Be like, we're good, man. We're good. You good, bro?
I'm good. I'm my peanut butter and jelly. I'm like, I was just seeing stuff. I'm good.
And yeah, Royale with Cheese now just looks normal again. Like nothing creepy about him, per se, other than his normal creepy effects.
Yeah.
KFG crazy? Or was
and then KFG yeah, he made KFG made it out relatively. I mean, you made it out eventually.
Yeah. What happened, sorry?
We were just everyone's just waking up at this point from their various psychic issues. over you see, like, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I did a Vulcan mind melt with Gluckster.
Nice.
And you see, like, Billy and Emmett actually like hugging in the corner and stuff.
They're cuddling asleep.
Oh, we're just having like a hug. And Billy, you would notice that, like, you try not to look at Emmett too much, but now that you're really looking at him, since we got here, since like day one of coming in, I've gotten older looking.
Oh yeah.
More wrinkles, more sunken eyes.
Wearing.
I mean, that's just See, I think it's just the avatar. So in my mind, I kind of just think it's that, and in real life, you're still the same. But that's because my mind still is kind of working with the whole, hey, the universe is fucked thing.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
But
So.
All right. And as you sort of like you shake your head, you come to whatever. Like Gluckster, you were like leaning against that like the desk or whatever. And as you go to move forward and your hand kind of slides for a second, you realize like a piece of paper was sliding with it. And you look down and it's an envelope. And on the outside of the envelope and just this like very nice handwriting, it just says Marco.
Oh, damn it. This just says Marco on it. So I'm just going to bust it open and read it.
or should we just bust it open and read it? Is that,
As I'm like about to rip the paper, I stop and like look at Emmett actually.
I opened a goblin box earlier and lost an eyebrow.
If he's planting traps, he's already here.
He gave me this envelope somehow.
Yeah, probably while we're all passed out.
Open it.
Well, then he's
Yeah,
close.
just rips it open and reads it aloud if it's the
Inside
words.
is a letter, and the letter basically, like TLDR, basically says, "I hope you're enjoying your time in here. Here's some of your old memories, since you won't give me back mine."
I heard that aloud and then
Shitty memories to give back. What the hell?
crumples it
Not a
up
good
and
way to
throws
go
it.
about getting your memories back.
So you were right, Royale. He's setting things up to mess with us.
Yeah.
Slow it down.
Looks like it.
We just got to remember what we're here for and who we actually are.
What a rascal.
Right now, we're Marco's demise. He knows he's in for an ass kicking and he's trying to stop us at every turn. Let's end this.
Yeah.
Gotta be close if he's writing love letters and yeah, just kick the piece of paper away that I tossed on the ground.
Yeah. And with that, I'm assuming you guys sort of like recollect yourself a little bit, shake it off, and start heading further into the dungeon.
Yep.
All right, excellent. What I'm going to do here, I know it's a lot earlier than we would normally end it, but I'm like dancing in my chair. Painkillers wore off, and I'm just having a tough day of it. So unfortunately, I would like to end it a little bit earlier today, if that's okay.
Absolutely fine.
It is on a
Like,
good note too.
my back is kind of like, hey, fuck you. So, as much
a good
as I want
finale
to keep
right there,
continuing, I'm starting to reach a bit of a limit here.
I think that's a good end though.
No, that's a great end.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, you guys, man, there was a lot of like soul searching and figuring things out about yourselves and everything like that today. I'm going to say everyone's going to get another 3 experience.
Word.
I like that soul searching and the RP and like stuff like way more than the combat for sure. So I think that experience is going to build up. Would be worth it for sure.
So if I put 4 into stat pools, like if I put 4 into my intellect, how does that work? I can still increase my intellect. It's
So it
just like it would
increases your
drop.
maximum and your current.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, because you have that thing that like you can't. Your max is like 5 lower or whatever, or like you can't heal above it or something.
Yeah, it's lowered the
yeah.
max from what he brings it to. Like it'll still bring up his intellect. So like Like you're at what you were
Kind
at,
of like
like
that
10 or
poison
something?
from the first dungeon, right?
I'm at 10 right now, so
Yeah.
I was gonna spend the 4 for
Yeah,
a
so it'll
stat
bring it to
pool boost.
14. Like if you didn't have
Okay.
that curse, it would have been higher. And if you somehow get rid of that curse thing later, then it'll bring it back up to what it should be. But right now, you'd just be at like the 14.
Oh, I'm never getting rid of the curse, baby. I just need that intellect to spend on the spells.
Yeah, I get it.
Amazing.
I get it.
Oh,
So thank you
man.
for everyone that's joined. Sorry, we're ending like half an hour early, but like I said, I'm sort of dancing my chair here a little bit. But we will be back next week with more Windermere Fantasy Online. They're delving pretty deep into the dungeon. There's always a chance there's a chance this could go on for many more sessions, or there's a chance they could cut right through to some ending bits. We'll find out. I leave a little bit of up the chance just because it's fun that way. But they're getting into a bit of a home stretch here. There's some epic shit headed their way, where as we go through this story arc. So I'm excited to get to it. So thank you everyone for joining. Once again, these are all streamers, content creators, etc. Their links will be in the thing down below, so check it out. And as always, stay healthy, stay safe, and have a good one. Eh?